Welcome back to Grow Joyfully. Today is Monday, August 5th. I took yesterday off to have a break and throw my husband a birthday party and spend some time with some of our kids. So today we're getting right back at it. So let's get started. My sweet husband was kind enough to come out here this morning and weed eat this garden. So I appreciate that very greatly. It just makes it so much more manageable and approachable. And it gives me motivation to get out here and do things. Starting right here at the gate, here's my two payette dwarfs. They're growing. They have set fruit, but they have not begun to ripen. Here's my tomato alley. It's got to be tied up, shored up some more. This one needs a taller stake. Some of them are setting fruit, like this delightful chocolate sprinkles grape tomato. I don't think it's a cherry tomato. I think it's a grape tomato with its cute little shape. We're waiting impatiently for that. This is a cherry-licious, so it's going to be a surprise cherry tomato. This is the tiny red grape tomatoes that I got from the store and I planted. And this is a really big pink brandywine tomato, potato leaf, indeterminate. And I've definitely got to shore it up some more because it's going to topple over. We've been picking the blackberries constantly. I was sure hoping we'd get a great harvest of them in, and we have. I've loved that. So far I've made black raspberry jelly, but I think we're going to have enough blackberries to make its own batch of blackberry jelly. And here is another cherry-licious. This is later in the morning. I spent time in the house cleaning the kitchen again, making a good breakfast, and restocking the farm stand. Here is a ground cherry. There's its first little ground cherries right here. You know that they are ready when they turn yellow or start to fall off. And here's a habanada. I am just so hoping I get habanadas this year. Here's one of those little small bell peppers that are sweet. And they're yellow, red, or orange, and I got the seed from the store, so that's pretty cool that worked. Here's a cloudy day. It's a new hybrid tomato variety from Burpee. Here's another habanada, but no. Oh look, that might be one there. And there's a blossom. Gotta tie it up, my fingers are crossed. Here's a Berry's Crazy Cherry tomato. It always sends up these multiple branches and shoots. It's a multiflora, meaning it grows many little cherry tomatoes on one branch. And this, if we can see down here, is a big hill. So I'm pretty excited about all these pot tomatoes. I really hope that they actually grow. I've got to get out here and water. That's been the biggest hurdle with this garden this year is keeping it properly watered, all the different corners. And I have dragon tongue beans coming up here. Isn't that exciting? Hopefully we'll have plenty of time for all that. The ground cherries here are looking really healthy, and some of them are starting to yellow up just a bit. So I will sell some of those at the farm stand and then give the rest to my daughter-in-law who really likes them. I've got some more strawberries. Nasturtiums that are looking like they're pretty much done. I think they need to be fertilized again. These pots and containers have to be fertilized far more frequently than you would think. And I'm thinking like weekly. Here's these lovely cucumbers that are starting to grow. and need to be tied up. I have a little bowl full of them that I'm going to do some pickles this afternoon. Parsley with a few carrots mixed in, nasturtium, and here comes more chamomile. And I'm pretty sure I put some cilantro there too. And here. This is my basil that I just harvested from. More cucumbers. And another chocolate sprinkles, which is so exciting. Look at these. They look very healthy. It's going to be several weeks before any of them are ready for harvest. Here's the dill bed. And most of them are going to seed, which is what we want. But I do like the little feathery leaves too. To me, those taste the best in things. The marshmallow plant looks better. I've got to get over here and water this bed that has lavender, sweet peas, and celery. And this bed with all the contender beans and the anasazi beans and cucumbers. It's a very busy bed. Here are the herbs we have growing and some volunteer nasturtiums. The sage looks good. I just finally gave up here with the time, and I've planted some carrots and some beans, and they're still not coming up, so it makes me wonder what's going on here in that section. The bed has got to be watered. We have beets, sweet peas, basil, coreopsis, and cilantro going to coriander. It is super thirsty looking, but it's catching on. Oh my goodness, I have an okra right there. I think that looks done. I don't know what to do with okra. I am not an okra person. And here's another little fellow, and there's another blossom. Very beautiful blossoms. So my sister's on a cruise, and she's about the only one I know that eats them. I'm not sure what to do with them. Maybe put them down at the farm stand. I don't know. Peppers and tomatoes are taking off, that's for sure. This is the Sweet 100 cherry tomato, and it's got blossoms. And another chocolate sprinkles, so excited. I just hope these peppers will reach their full potential and get thicker, get bigger, get meatier, whatever you need to say to describe a pepper. Here's this plant, I don't know what it is, that belongs to the mallow family. We have another cucumber. Hello in there. I'm going to pick that, and I am just going to stop what I'm doing and water the dickens out of this bed right now. Look at this one. That's the seed I got from a large red Mexican bell pepper, and they're just really growing beautifully. So exciting. The cucumbers over here. Oh, there's another one. A big one. I came and looked yesterday and I didn't see this guy. And there's that watermelon. I want it to grow so bad. And here's another one here. I've got to get some netting of some kind to support them as a sling. And the sweet potatoes are looking fantastic. 3 cucumbers to put away for pickling. And there's so many we've been eating. I use them in juicing. Just been coming out of our ears so far. It is so hot out here already. And it's only 10:30. I have a neck fan, but I won't turn it on while I'm filming. Whew, a little bit overwhelming. But it's summer. We've had 3 black cream tomatoes already. 1 giant crimson, which I have a story about and I'm going to make a video on in the future. And oh man, these little 52-day tomatoes are just struggling in the pot. There's another cucumber. I swear they grow overnight. More cucumber plants over here and bean plants, carrots. I don't see any cucumbers. Oh, there's one right there. They blend. They blend with the green. Have to use both hands. So I'm hoping these little ones really come out as good crunchy pickles. And I'm going to put a grape leaf in the bottom of the jar to see if it helps with the crispness. It's supposed to. There's a hummingbird right through there. Female. See her? Hi, sweetheart. She's perched there on the wire, sticking her little tongue out. Now she's going down to drink. Oh, what's going on here? Hi, honey. Perched. You see her perched on the wire? Maybe she's looking for competition. Sometimes those males can get pretty mean. So long as she's hung around. Cutie. Usually they fly off and I have to quit filming them, but this time I might have to quit filming them before she flies off. Whoop, there's her competition, and there she goes. I'm going to go out and work in the pasture garden, but it is so hot and so late, I don't know if I can do it today, even with 2 fans. So I think I'm going to pick some grape leaves so I can pickle the pickles with and make them crisp. I might have to just stay indoors, but I still have to feed all the animals out in the pasture, so I think I'll get that done. We have some growth from this big round pot under the tripod. We've got beans and cucumbers, so I'm pretty excited about that. Contender beans. Those beans over there are either too dry or they're telling me they're finished. I'm going to stick some more seeds in there, and I have a celery in there that is getting overwhelmed, that needs to have things tied up and pruned back so it'll just have the space to be able to grow. Things look good from this side of the hoop and this side of the hoop. I can't wait till they all grow up. The cucumbers grow up even more. The carrots look good. We've got nasturtiums and zinnias there. And I don't like being in the shot, but because of the sun, position of the sun, can't help it today. So I'm going to go put up these, pick some grape leaves and put up these cucumbers in a bowl in the refrigerator to keep them nice and cold. I've got flies landing on me, little tiny fly, and I'm going to go apey on him. So I better put the camera down for a minute and go put the cucumbers and the grape leaves in the water. Got a fairly good sized bowl of small cucumbers, mostly small cucumbers, that are staying crisp and wet, and I'm going to get them done today and get them bottled up. This is Smudge, one of the bestest kitties on the earth. He's one of our old mans. Yes, he is the best. He's the best in the world. Oh my goodness. I came back in to get a container to pick blackberries in, and it's so nice and cool in the house. I just wanted to stay. I had some purple potatoes that my daughter had grown last year, and I decided they weren't the best in the world just because of the color. Because when you want to put them in soups or certainly mash them, the purple color is just a little difficult to get past. But there was a bunch of them going to seed, and I thought, you know what, I am throwing them in a big container. I'm throwing some soil on them. I'm going to water them and see what we get. So they're growing very happily here, and it's mostly in dappled shade. Coleus that my daughter grew from seed. There's one there too. and one back there past the hollyhock. And if you can see, there's 4 or more in this pot. Aren't they beautiful? I've started putting a slice of lemon, a few frozen strawberries, and some honey into my water that I take out with me when I work out here. Because I've been drinking and drinking and drinking water, but I still feel dehydrated. And I know you have to have those other electrolytes going into your body. I was going to put a shake of salt in it, but I forgot. Anyway, hoping that that will help some of the dehydration that I'm suffering from. That's not a bad little blackberry harvest. Look at the size of that one right there. I can taste that jelly already. Well, I fertilized all the pots and I'm watering them as we speak. And I'm getting this tomato alley tied up a bit. I'm gonna have to find something sturdier for this big pink brandywine. I think I'm going to have to put it in a bigger pot right down here. It's 12 o'clock noon. It's so hot out here. I'm gonna go feed and water the animals. They have big feeders and waterers that are constantly full. I just go out there and wash out the water ones and make sure everything's full. Well, I have fertilized all of the pots and containers and watered everything well. It's after 12 and it's pretty hot, so I think I will stop the video now and go in and get some lunch and cool down and get going on those pickles. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Please be careful of the heat. We tend to push ourselves and want to work outside longer than we probably should, especially during the heat, so be careful. Drink lots of water, but not just water. Don't forget those electrolytes. Be careful of the dye in the electrolytes. Take good care of yourself. Try to have a great day and do it joyfully. We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Time to go take the scraps out to the chickens and get them all fed and watered. I really wanted to mow today, but it's just too hot.